Good morning. Thankful Thursday here. Uh, it's an open tag by Singing Toad. I think it's a great open tag. Uh, so I'm recovering from my YouTube punishment. I've got 4 more hours before I can comment on anybody's videos. So yeah, I got put in the gulag, the YouTube gulag, because showing a big old knife. So not even gonna get into that too much, but it's absolutely ridiculous. But I am thankful. I am thankful today, and I just want to talk about one of the things I'm very thankful for. Uh, there's a hummingbird right here in front of me. Them things are crazy, man, them hummingbirds. We just laugh. But we got some flowering shrubs that they like, plus we feed them. But thankful for the hummingbirds, by the way. Something God made for us to enjoy. So what I want to talk about, one of the things I'm very thankful for in my life, and I look back on my life, is my parents. The way they raised me and my brother. And I'm very thankful for them. My mother passed away 6 years ago. My mother was a very strong woman. They were poor. They were raised real poor. My daddy grew up in the Depression. My mother grew up, she was, let's see, 6 years younger than my dad. But they grew up in rough, poor times. They were poor. But, that I think that built character with them. It made them appreciate little things. It made them raise us a certain way. And we were raised that, you don't get everything you want. You have to work for what you get. If you want something, you work for it. So my parents instilled those values in me, the work ethic values, that you want something, you work. You get up and go to work, you work for it. Even though, we do live in the land of good and plenty, which I'm thankful for that, but they worked hard. My mother, of course, when we were young, she was a stay-at-home mom, and she took care of us, but she was like Edith Bunker. She was cooking, ironing, washing clothes, cleaning the house, taking care of us. We'd get off the school bus. She'd be there. She'd be cooking supper. She made sure we had things we needed, especially love. But my mother gave us hard love. She gave us the hard love, and she gave us the rod. My mother was more the one that spanked us and whooped us, and we got whippings with hickories. My daddy was at work, so she was with us most of the time. But my mother, she was a very, very loving person, but she was also tough. My dad, he worked. He was in the Korean War, and got out. He'd been writing my mother's letters and stuff like that, and then we've got the letters, but he would write her letters. And so he got out of the military after his 2 years, and then he met her, was introduced to her, and then they got to, kind of got to going out. He was afraid of my pawpaw. My mama's dead. He was afraid of my pawpaw, because my pawpaw was and I didn't know him. I was 2 years old when he died, but just the stories my daddy tells me, he was a big, pretty broad-shouldered, guy. And he was rough as a cob. But he but he liked my daddy a lot. So, you know, he blessed them when they got married. So, but my daddy instilled work ethic too. And they would basically buy us what we needed. They wouldn't just go out and buy us a bunch of stuff. They'd buy us what we needed. Like, you know, when I when he deer hunted, and he wanted me to deer hunt with him, so he bought me a Western sheath knife. And he, you know, of course, gave me all the do's and don'ts. So I carried that sheath knife in the woods deer hunting. So still have it actually. You know, taught me how to sharpen knives and stuff. He was always, when I played football, he made sure I had football cleats, you know, and whatever I needed. But it wasn't the best. You know, never was the best, but it was good stuff, you know. And most parents back then were that way. You know, they raised us, you know, to appreciate things, you know, not just give, get. Even though, you know, even back then we lived in the land of good and plenty. They worked hard for the money. You know, my daddy didn't make a whole lot of money. He worked for General Electric, you know, and he got laid off and then went to work for a railroad contractor. But, you know, my daddy's still living. Matter of fact, I'm gonna leave here in a little bit and go see him. And so, you know, he's 91 years old. He'll be 92 in 2 months. So I do appreciate my parents, you know. You know, my mother, they would tell me, you know, if you know, you talk about bullying, you know, we hear all this about bullying. What we gonna do about bullying? You know, that's just a wacko way wacko things are now. You know, my mother and daddy's answer to bullying, if he hits you, if you get hit first, you hit him, and you hit him harder than he hit you. So, you know, heck, man, that was good with me, because you're always gonna have a bully. So, you know, I would do that. You know, I had some guys, you know, they wanted to push things, and you know, even my senior year in high school, you know, this guy, he wanted to bully me, and even though he knew I was gonna hit him, so I ended up hitting him and busting his nose. And you know, they called his mother up there, and I thought I was gonna get suspended, but I didn't. School called my mother. My mother went up there, and they got me in the office, and I told them what happened, and the assistant principal said, "You're good." Because my mother, first thing she said, "Did he hit you first?" And she said this in front of the principal, or the vice principal. And I said, "Yep." Or he tried to hit me first. But you know, I caught him first, but even though he swung at me. So my mother said, "Okay." She told the principal, she said, "We tell him he can defend himself." And they were good with it back then. But, you know, I appreciate my parents. I appreciate the way I was raised. You know, I really do. We were raised just a normal, you know, we didn't have a lot, but we appreciated what we had, you know, and it was good. You know, we went camping. You know, we'd camp in the tents. My daddy carried us hunting, and, you know, they was involved with, you know, I played football and whatever, you know, my daddy was, you know, involved with it. My mother didn't like me playing football, you know. She's afraid I was gonna get hurt, you know, and then I did a couple times, I got hurt, so, but that's football. So, you know, she didn't push back on my daddy too much. But anyways, I was raised right, not perfect. And I'm very thankful for my parents. They were just good, godly people. And we were raised in church too. So from an early age, you know, I knew who Jesus was. There's that hummingbird back again. He must not like me. He must like my yellow shirt. But so anyway, that's you know, that's my thankful Thursday. I do appreciate my parents. And when you lose your parent, that's hard, man. That's hard on you. You know, I know there's a lot of y'all guys out there that's lost parents, and it's hard. You know, you never get over that loss. You just go on. But like my mother's in here and in here. You know, I think about her daily. So, you know, it's just one of them things. Man, that thing's crazy, hummingbird. But anyway, so what am I carrying today? Well, got this big old 75 right here. I bought this a couple weeks ago at a hardware store in Rome, Georgia. 62 bucks. 62, about $10, $10 to $12 cheaper than you can get it, than you can find it. It's just yellow Delrin. It's got the CV blade on it. So that's what I'm carrying, one of the blades I'm carrying today. And I've got another yellow Delrin. I'm carrying this EDC pocket organizer. I made this. I sell them, but I made this one for myself. And I got this yellow Delrin mini trapper. It's got a Wharncliffe blade. And this is a great little knife, y'all. I'm telling you, I carry it. It fits perfect in here. And I got this little blade. It's a single blade mini trapper. It is stainless steel, which that's fine. Got that. And then, of course, I'm carrying. Y'all don't get jealous now. Don't get jealous. Don't get jealous. It's Smoky Valley Sunset Saudi. And you can't find these things, man. Carbon steel, $10.95. You can't find them anywhere. Because I thought at one time, well, I'm going to get the mini trapper, but I'll wait a minute, you know, blah, blah, blah. Because I got the 75 in this, and I got the Saudi right here. But you can't find the big trappers. I mean, I've tried to find the big trapper. I've looked around everywhere and tried to find them. You know, I wanted that trapper, you know, but you can't find them. I mean, they're just like hen's teeth. Got this bandana, this old Tractor Supply bandana. And I carry a bandana, especially in the summertime, because, man, I get out here working and stuff. I sweat, and I have to wipe the sweat off my face and out of my eyes. So I'm gonna have to wash this thing. But it's a good thing to carry, wipe your hands off with, or whatever you need it for. I'm gonna go get me another one. I'm gonna get me a blue one. These things are nice. I like this green. So, and I'm carrying my tactile pen made by Big Design. It's an EDC company. Got it at the Blade Show. It's a twist. It's a light ink pen, just a nice little carry, EDC carry. It's titanium, so I'll fit it right here in this pocket. And I'm carrying my Zippo. Got my Zippo right here. You can see the fire. So I got that. That's a small size. And I'm carrying of course I got a billfold, but I'm carrying my pocket notebook sleeve. Got my notebook in there. Just slide it out and take notes, and I write stuff down in this thing on the fly. If somebody emails me wanting a sticker, I'll take it and write it down in this, because this is the first thing I go to. Yeah, I use the technology, but you know, I'm not technology. I don't do everything with technology. I'm fine with using computers and phones and all that stuff, but I still like to do the old school. So that's what I'm carrying. I also got this watch. I got this Garmin watch on today, keeping up with my steps. So anyway, that's my Thankful Thursday open tag from Singing Toad. Y'all have a great day, man. And I appreciate all y'all. I'll be able to comment probably in 3 hours now. It's ticking. I'll be coming out of the YouTube jail. Yeah, because I can't comment, because I was a bad boy. I showed a big knife. Showed that big SE6. They snatched that thing right down. So, anyways, appreciate y'all. God bless. Have a great day.